Good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you might be. I'd like to talk about and demonstrate to you how you can color code cells so that it makes your reading and analysis of your spreadsheets much easier. And it involves the use of cell styles. They're in the Home tab in the Styles group, and here we see the cell styles. They look like that. And what I can do is to select cells, and by clicking on the various commands here I can fill those cells with color. Let's see how it works. Remember, we're color coding cells. Now if you have small or large spreadsheets, particularly large spreadsheets, it's very handy to know which cells have formulas in them. So what I'm going to do is to select this cell, which has a formula that I see here. I'll hold down my control key because I want to do everything at the one time, and click on that cell which also has a formula in it, and I'll also see that these three cells have formulas in them as well. Now what I can do is to go to the cell styles, remembering that this is purely a legend to remind me of what colors refer to what situation. So in the cell styles I'm going to say that those cells contain calculations, and I see that the cells have been filled with that light grey colour. I now know that there are formulas in those cells. What about a problem cell? Well, the holiday house has a which is being rented out. The rent is in arrears, so what I'm going to do is to click on the rental income for that particular cell, and I'll say there's a problem there. So in the cell styles I'm going to click on bad. Problem or bad, similar sort of thing. So I need to know that I have to check that cell at some stage. Now I also want to see what is the problem, so I can hover my mouse and see that the rent is in arrears. I know that there's a comment in that cell because I see in the top right hand corner the little red triangle indicating the comment. However, in large spreadsheets there can be lots of comments, and sometimes they can be hard to see the little red triangle depending on other formatting. So what I'm going to do here is to create a new cell style myself by clicking down here in new cell style, and I'm going to call it notes, and I'll format that particular cell style with a fill color of blue. And when I click OK and OK again, I can now click in that cell and choose in the top the custom called notes, the custom style called notes, and there it is. I'll also add it to my legend so I know what's what, and I'll say here notes, and I'll fill the cell next to it in the legend with the fill color of the blue that I used. So now I can simply format all of those cells with borders by saying all borders, and there I finish up with my legend. So now when I look at this cell, I know that there's a problem with that cell, I know there's a formula in these cells, and I know that there is a note in that cell. I also know that the numbers I'm prepared to accept as reasonably correct in the uncoloured cells, just in the neutral cells. I know they're neutral cells because there it is in the legend. So hopefully you found this handy. It's particularly useful, as I mentioned before, in large spreadsheets. It will make your analysis of those spreadsheets much easier because now you know what the cells contain. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe unless you've already done so, and we'll see you next time. By the way, we love likes and comments. Thank you for watching.